Okay, after getting enough emails about it, I think it's time to do a video on this, and that is what is going on with ToughBuilt, specifically their new StackTech system that, as a lot of us have said, is probably going to take out the pack-out system if they're not careful. So as you can see, I got the StackTech system behind me. Now, they did send me, or I should say they did send me all of this, but they sent me the first set a while back. We did a video on that, and I said, but that's only the beginning. They're going to have 3 or 4 product launches throughout the next year, and they're going to get progressively better, and better. Stuff that we're not seeing from anybody else at the time. And since then, it's been a really weird situation. But I'll tell you what, quick, let's go through the new ones that I just got. Let me show you some of those features because that kind of leads into the story. And then I'll tell you about what really is going on behind the scenes and why there are some issues. So let's jump into it. Okay, the big selling point of phase 2 is supposed to be the drawers, and they did not disappoint. So what we got here is a 3-drawer system here. Comes with all the modular bits in there, so you can turn it into small parts bins. You can take them all out. It comes with nice, really solid steel slides in there. Easy to open and close. The thing is, these days, and here's the single drawer, I won't use a stack system of any kind if it doesn't have drawers, because having to take the entire thing apart to get to something that's like halfway down or on the bottom or something like that just isn't worth my time when there's options like this available. And then they also threw this one in. This is their 4-foot illuminated level. There's the battery pack on the back there. It's not rechargeable as far as I know. The power button here, long press on that, turns on the first bevel there. Then we can go down here, or I should say bubble. You can go down to the next bubble here, the midpoint there, turn that one on. Third press turns on the bottom one there. Nice, good, bright there. The magnets on the side, easy to use. And of course, they also threw in the cooler. This is their full-size cooler here. We got like a fruit and veggie tray on the left, deep, pretty deep there. And look at this, the divider that comes with here, I think it's usable as a cutting board as well. Pretty solid cooler. Well, there you go. As you can see, we're definitely getting there. We're not quite to the truly exciting stuff. Now, what some of that stuff is going to be here is, let me show you real quick. We're going to jump over here. This is StackTech's, the StackTech system over on ToughBuilt. But if we go in here, it says available now, and we've got the rolling toolboxes, the medium-sized toolboxes, the ammo box style ones, the tool crate, and the organizers and stuff. And now we can see that we've got the 3-drawer tool cart, the 1-drawer, the tool bags, the compact little organizer, the work surface, as I showed you, the large cooler. There's also a smaller cooler, and the tool tote. Then we've got the shelf systems, the drinkware, the 4-wheel cart, the cargo carrier. The cargo carrier is pretty cool, honestly. That's something I'm excited to get my paws on. The hand truck, that's pretty cool. And then a lot of the accessories, as we've shown here also. Now, coming soon, we're going to see the rolling drawer box. Now, this is the one where I think we're going to start seeing big changes. Because the worst thing about these modular systems is you get a big stack of stuff and you roll it somewhere and you're like, the thing I need is on the bottom. Now I got to take this whole thing apart to get to it. I've said since the beginning, even since pack out, like, hey, they need to have those accessible. They need to have this. Now, Systainer has had that system where it was, instead of a drawer, it was like the whole thing kind of rolled open like this, kind of like not a chute or something. Anyway, I can't think of the word for it. But then we also have the 4-drawer tool cart, the 2-drawer, the extra large 1-drawer, the advanced transport, that's going to be cool. The compact vacuum, all right. I get it. For somebody in that kind of area in the trades, that's going to be an important one, a vacuum that works with your system. Plus a bunch of other bags and stuff and mounting plates and all sorts of accessories here. The magnifying light, the tablet arm, the drafting table. It really turns it into a modular work system, a work site, if you will. But now what's been the issue? Okay, well, the issue is that, and a lot of new companies run into this especially when you're working with the big box stores. In this case, I'm going to put all the blame in Lowe's. All right, I've had a lot of rumors saying StackTech's having problems. They're having problems with manufacturing. They're having problems with delivery, with sourcing. I've even heard it say they're having financial issues. Now, who knows? Behind the scenes, maybe they are, maybe they aren't. But there's no evidence out there saying this. The one evidence everyone points to is, well, there's no product on store shelves. It's hard to find these products. Clearly, they're not getting them there in time. No, what's going on here is that Lowe's screwed them over. And this is not the only company that Lowe's has screwed over. If you think back to the launch of the Flex 24-volt system, Lowe's did the same thing to those guys. And it's typical in these big box stores. So typically what happens is a manufacturer comes out with a product, they get some demo items out, and they get it in front of retailers, and the retailer's like, okay, we're going to carry that. Great. They come to contract terms. They're like, okay, we're going to release it on this date. And what we're going to do is, as it gets shipped from the manufacturer, rather than having the manufacturer ship it to us and then to a warehouse and then over to you, we're going to have it shipped straight to you. It's going to come in like a string, onesie, twosie, until you build up to a certain level of stock. And then we can release. Because what they don't want to do is they don't want to build up a lot of hype, a lot of interest, do a bunch of marketing, and then have people go to the store and it not be there. Okay. Now, I have actually a very extensive professional business background working with product launches and stuff like that before. And trust me, this is a big issue. You got to make sure that basically it's like filling up a balloon. You don't want to just have it just blowing through out one side and the other. If you're going to pop that balloon, you want it to be something big. So you got to build up that stock so everyone's excited. And then once it blows out, then you can do it again. And that's why you sometimes see like products that are not in stock for a long time, and then suddenly they're in stock everywhere, and then they go out of stock again. Same kind of situation. Well, Lowe's just does not have very good control of their stores is what the situation is. Stuff comes in, it's in the computer. They're like, it's in the back room, and they don't have back rooms like they did back in the day. I'm 55. Back when I was little, there was, it's usually like the storefront was much smaller than it is now, and they had these huge warehouses in the back room, and they would just replace products on the store shelf. Well, now the whole idea of just-in-time sourcing, they've gotten rid of that. They made the display floor much bigger, and as they tell you, if it's not on the shelf, we don't have it because they don't have a warehouse. So what they're doing is they're just putting it right on the store and putting it up for sale because it's easier for them. Now, are the store managers complicit? Yeah, I think probably. I doubt they're getting away with it without anybody knowing it. But as far as they're concerned, it just builds up their sales numbers. And then if they're like, you weren't supposed to do that yet, oh, I got a slap on the wrist. I'm so sorry. I goofed up. I get my bonus still, right? So that's really what's going on here, is that Lowe's is just not abiding by their end of the contract. And this is not the first time it's happened with Lowe's. It's certainly not the first time it's happened at Home Depot. Anytime these big box stores deal with that, they want stuff to come in, they go out. They'll promise a manufacturer the sun, the moon, and the stars, but at the end of the day, they just want to get their check, okay? Now, going back to the StackTech system and ToughBuilt. So they've given up on this concept of we're going to have these hard dates. They're just trying to renegotiate right now with Lowe's to be like, okay, let's get it close to this, okay? So that's why they've changed it to showing up in 2024 rather than spring, summer, and fall kind of thing. As they get it in, they get a big enough inventory, then they're going to give it to Lowe's, and Lowe's will release it as Lowe's sees fit. Now, as far as the products right now, and I know someone's going to ask, what about the cost and stuff? Well, let's go back over here. The stuff that's out right now, at least that's at Lowe's that you can get, the 3-stack system here is $300. We got the ToughBuilt, the compartment organizer, it's $70. We've got the crate. That's a stupidly expensive crate. It's a nice crate, but I mean, my gosh, milk crate for $55. Then we can just go through the rest of the bamboo one that we just showed. That's new, coming in at $55. It's pricey. It's nicely built. I really like it, but it's not inexpensive. Again, this is for a value pro to a professional level. This is not for your average homeowner. Not saying you can't buy it, but again, they might check your ID at checkout. So the cooler, $250. It's pricey on that cooler. It's a nice cooler. It's cool, but no pun intended. The ammo box, there's that one. We got that out. And again, and honestly, it's kind of hard to find some of the stuff on Lowe's website. They have one of the worst search engines. It's ridiculous. Like the cooler, I could not find the cooler as I'm going through and I'm looking for it, and I find these other products, and finally I look down and it says people who bought this also bought that, and it's the cooler, and I'm like, why isn't that in the list? I don't understand. Anyway, I still stand by what I said. I think that they're one of the most innovative modular tool systems going right now. When they have sales, they have decent sales, and it does really beat the price that you're going to see from, Packout and some of the bigger name systems, the Flex one and whatnot. The one thing that everyone complains about is if you use two of the half-size system, like the ammo box, if you use two of those, you can't put them in the middle. They have to go on top because another full-size one can't clip on it. They know this. They're working on an adapter plate for those people who already have it, and then they're working for changing the design of those going forward. My guess is they'll lower the sidewalls on the top so a full one can sit on top and lock into them. So they're going to make changes. They're going to fix that. And that's one of the things I like about StackTech is they are actually listening to people and listening to the feedback and people going, we want this, we want this, we want this, and they're trying to deliver that. Unlike everyone else who's like, we know what you want. Don't talk to us. We already know. We're going to tell you. So anyway, I'll throw some links down below. Availability is going to be whatever it is with Lowe's. But anyway, I just want to get people the information, let them know. As far as I know, no issues with stock availability per se or with financing. It's really just an issue with dealing with Lowe's and building up stock and not having the company just release it piecemeal as it comes in. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments. If you agree, disagree, if you got other information, put it down there. That's all I got for you today. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on. And for those of you with keen eyes, kind of a bonus here. Yes, that is technically an e-bike is spotted there when we're talking about the cooler. That is one we're going to be talking about here shortly. We got a whole bunch of more e-bike stuff coming up for summer. This thing, though, honestly, feels more motorcycle than e-bike. The wheels, the frame, all of it has real motorcycle DNA. Now, it's limited as a class 3 e-bike. You can only do 28 miles an hour. You certainly can't hack the controller and take it up to 40, 45. That would be ridiculous on this dual battery high performance e-bike. Who would want to do such a thing? Anyway, we'll have a video on that coming up soon.